So I am on my way to the mall. I need to pick up a couple of things before I go to my mom's house for the day, where, well, I'll spend the day trying to help her out with whatever she needs. So I'm gonna show you a little bit about the road that I take when I leave my house and I go other places, and I'll show you a little bit about around the mall. So we're passing by the hospital where my mom was staying for the past week. And I'm sorry I'm not doing too good a job of videoing this. I pretty much am sure this is the first time I am actually trying to get some video in the car. And you'll see that, oh, you really can't see. Because of the position where the camera is, it's hard to look to the sides, but if you were looking, you would see that the hospital is pretty big. We still haven't reached the end of it, and then for the most part we've got shops and some residential areas, a lot of traffic lights, a lot of cars, a lot of construction. It's not a very long drive for me. It's about probably a half an hour. So the video is really on fast mode. Because obviously it's going to get pretty boring just watching cars and highways and whatnot for half an hour. But I don't know if you're like me, but when I watch the Vlogmases, it's kind of interesting to see how the world looks in other places. And so even though we all have roads and streets and highways and traffic jams, for some reason they don't all look the same in different parts of the world. Especially those of you that are seeing lots of cold weather right now. Well, it might look a little different. And we're going by, you'll see, maybe, I don't know how well you can make it out, but you can see the brand names of the famous American fast foods around here. We get them all. School isn't out yet, so there are still some school buses traveling around. There's a lot of traffic on the road because it's about 9:30 in the morning here, and not a very good time to leave for this trip because you have all the people that are getting to their work areas. Government opens here at between 8 and 8:30. Shops mostly open up between 9 and 9:30. So, and it's Christmas season. Christmas season is always a busy season here for purchases, and so people are running to the mall because they need to get their Christmas presents. I tried to take some footage yesterday when I was going to, actually this trip, I stopped on the way back from work yesterday so that I didn't have to make this trip today, but it was impossible. The lines at one of our local department stores called Marshall's was just, no, I didn't want to. Not after a long day of work. I did not want to have to stand for an hour and a half in a line to pay for something. So I didn't. And I'm coming back today to see if I can pick up the same thing and not be too long on a line. let's see how long this traffic light is. If I get a break, I'm going here to my left. And this is a shopping mall in I guess you could call it one of the closest towns, one of the closest larger towns to where I live, which is called Maya West. So this is Maya West Mall. As you can see, I don't really know if you can see that because cars jumping pretty much. But, well, you'd find all the common U.S. stores here, JCPenney, Sears, Walmart. I don't really come here that much because you can't buy yarn here. Well, you can, whatever Walmart has, but it's not a big selection, so I usually do all my shopping online. Coming around the corner here, you'll see stores like, I don't know if you'll see them, but there are stores like Old Navy, and the one I'm coming to is kind of like up on the left here, called Marshall's. It is not early to come here. You'll notice that the parking lot is full. But I got a slightly lucky break because somebody came out. So I am going in. Everybody, I'm here at my mom's house, as you will notice because of the difference in scenery. You've never seen this room before. Thankfully, it has been an uneventful day. We were able, well, to bathe her. She ate. She's been sleeping a lot still. But now I am just waiting because my sister's gone off to work and I need to give my mom some food and her last medicine. And then we'll make sure she's all cleaned up and leave her in her bed until my sister comes home, where she can give her her last medication. So I guess that's the way the next couple of days are going to roll until she is better, in the sense that they remove the stitches from her surgery and she can help out a little bit with the bathing and the bathroom by using her arm to help us along. But all in all, it has not been a bad day because we were able to do all those things without any accidents. And in the meantime, while she sleeps, I have been working on a very small project. I've been using this yarn that you might recognize a bit. It is a 100% linen yarn from Quince & Co. I believe it's the butternut colorway, but don't take my word for it. More or less that goldy yellowish color. And I have also been using a 1.8, the first hook that I grabbed on before I left on the way out, millimeter hook. And I've been using it to make a ornament for my Harry Potter advent calendar, which I really never got to finish in the previous years. It's always been lacking. I think now it's lacking about 4 or 5 ornaments still. So the first one I've been working on is this. This is the World Cup, that cup that they competed for in, might have been the 4th or 5th movie, I don't know, the 4th movie maybe, the cup that they competed for. So it's still missing some handles, and then once it's got the handles, it will be all set to put on the tree. This is a pattern that I found online, and I'll leave a note in the description box below, because it was a cal a couple of years back. I think it was sponsored by Furl Hooks, and the idea was to give yourself a trophy. The idea was to give yourself a trophy for the beginning of the year based on everything you had accomplished during the previous years, and to set some new goals for the new year. So I think that is still a notion that we can account for and we can put into effect for this upcoming year. So make yourself a trophy. I'll put a link in the description box below, and you can set that up as one of your projects. And this is a very tiny trophy because I use such a small hook and a very thin yarn. The site that I'm going to direct you to makes the trophy using worsted weight and a size 4 millimeter hook. So it would be a lot bigger than this. Okay? So that's the crochet that I've done for today. And I think that's all that I am going to be able to talk to you about today. I'll wrap it all up, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm getting some very, very bad lighting, so I'll see you tomorrow.